Welcome to another episode of Whiskey Sour Libations and Conversations. I'm your host, Dom. Today we have an amazing episode ahead of us, but I need to take care of a few housekeeping tips. Just to let y'all know, the candles are live. Like, we are fully restocked, so make sure you go to saint-angeles.com/candles, grab a couple candles. Also, there is a Patreon coming very, very soon. I have tons of content, bonus content that I put out there. And so I will definitely add that. And to the people that keep requesting an OnlyFans, it's not happening. So you can stop because it's never going to come. Now, if you want to pay some bills, there's nothing wrong with you. There's my Cash App. Slide into my DMs, pay some bills or whatever, pay this rent. And that ain't no problem. I don't know how to do nothing extra. So that's all I got for y'all. I want to welcome a very special guest. This is such an interesting episode. I hope this goes really, really well. I'm not nervous. He might be nervous, but I want to welcome y'all to the stage. Y'all, this is my ex-boyfriend. And y'all know this is CJ. He's might have come up in a couple of episodes before. I low-key just talk shit.
Yeah,
On Damn Internet, You Scary. I didn't talk shit. I told facts. On Damn Internet, You Scary. So y'all have to check that out. It's about something that he did to me, and it had to make me go almost out of character. So check out the latest episode of Damn Internet, You Scary. It's Tahir's birthday. A whole bunch of people pop in. I pop in toward the end. But welcome, sir. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well.
We need to talk about that episode too.
I mean, you don't even know what I said, so it doesn't matter. You can go watch it. Then you'll be in Africa, so it doesn't even matter. And I know because Kevin told me. Because Kevin and I did not think that you were going to show up. Did you turn your screen off? And we're back. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Kevin is CJ's cousin. That's like a big brother to him. So we didn't think we really didn't think he was gonna show up. I already texted. I said, "Hey, yo, this nigga late." So it's not happening.
Oh, why am I not surprised?
Yeah, I mean, Kevin and I actually we keep in. So, which leads me to an interesting statement. Kevin and I pretty much are really cool.
The fuck?
So
you can curse on here, right?
Yeah, you can curse on here. This is, know, yeah. So I mean, what the fuck? Do you think that? Let's just lead right into it. Do you think it's okay when people break up for their ex to still have some sort of relationship with their family? Because if I'm not mistaken, you texted me from your mom's phone not too long ago telling me that I was like a loser or something. Like, I knew, of course, Doris would never call me a loser.
Actually, she was texting you, and your messages popped up in her phone while I had it. So
it doesn't matter. You still sent a message to me from Doris's phone calling me names. Why is that?
Because things happened that I didn't know about.
What do you mean? Okay, first let's answer the question.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Do you think it's okay? Is it okay for people to still have relationships with family members after a breakup?
It just depends on the type of breakup. But to answer your question, I think it's okay.
Okay, so now let's circle back to what you just said. Mm-hmm. What things happened?
I think it was a picture on her phone, a recent picture of y'all at her house. I was like, damn.
Yeah, Doris and I be hanging. So yes, when I come to town, I do hang out with your mom. Mm-hmm. Yeah, your mom is hella cool, and I know I'm gonna get like a really, really good home cooked meal. My parents don't be cooking, so I'm gonna come over there. I know I'm gonna get some really good barbecue. We have chop it up a little bit, and that's it. Like it's not like, oh, I wish you guys would get back together. We don't talk about you, nigga.
So honestly, I did. I just saw that picture, but that never came up in conversation. That's what I was. That's why I said, "Damn, loser," because my mom didn't bring it up to me. You didn't bring it up to me, so I was
Yeah,
like,
I wouldn't bring it up to you. Why would I have to bring that up to you?
I mean, you, hey, you know,
CJ, do you think we're friends?
me and your mom are gonna be hanging out.
No, why would I tell you? I don't need to. Your mom is a
I guess you're
grown
right. I
ass
should be more
woman.
mad at my mama because that's the reason.
Why?
Because that's my mama, dog. What do you mean? Why?
But we have a really great relationship.
I don't give a damn about none of that. No, that got to do with me and
I mean,
her.
were you or were you not still going to my aunt and uncle's house?
For a while.
Were you or were you not informing me that you were going to my aunt and uncle's house?
Yeah, like.
Did you or did you not creepily drive past my house and post a picture of my house on your Instagram?
That was not creepily, actually.
That was super creepy. You did not tell me that you was gonna go by my house. Did you go and say hi to my mama?
I had business over there.
Then you took a photo of my house and posted it to your social media. You don't think that's weird?
I can't remember. That was like 9 years ago, 10 years ago.
You laughed. You remembered it.
You're terrible.
I'm not terrible. I'm not terrible. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I agree with you. I feel like it depends on the nature of like the breakup. I wouldn't say we had a bad breakup.
That's what I tell everybody. I was like, it wasn't a bad breakup. Like when people ask, have you talked to her like since I broke up? I was like, we didn't have a terrible relationship when we broke up. So I don't think it was something where I can never be like, I can never talk to her again, or I can't have no communication. Like some people have those situations where it's like, I'm not gonna do that, but that wasn't the way it was with us. So I don't think that was a bad thing. When people ask me, like, no, we don't have bad blood. It was just, you know.
Because if we did, I wouldn't be trying to hang out with your mama.
Hold on, why not? See that now?
If we broke up, it was a bad breakup. I would just cut it all off. Like I wouldn't.
That's a contradiction.
No, it's not. I said, hey, I agree with you. I think it depends on the level of the breakup. I don't think we really had a bad breakup. Do I feel like things got messy a little bit after we broke up? Absolutely. But I feel that the initial, okay, nigga, I'm done. I feel like it wasn't bad. And I feel like we knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't like, okay, I think we just kind of outgrew each other. I felt like there was a shift that happened. Okay, so you're making a face.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So what's the face?
While I sip my tequila.
Okay, so why did you make a face?
I'm gonna let you finish your statement first.
CJ, did you really think that we was gonna be together forever? Be honest with yourself, because that's the face you made. Like, don't look like it wasn't my choice. That was the sucking of the teeth.
Yeah. You gonna look? Let me get cordial on the internet. Yeah, I did.
You did? Oh wow!
That was before the whole LA.
You really did?
When LA came into, you didn't think so? Clearly not. That's why you left, huh?
Okay.
But no.
Hey, there was somebody waiting for you that could not wait for us to break up. So I feel like it worked. The person that you with now.
I didn't know her when I broke up. It was not.
You didn't know her. Don't get on Beyonce's internet lying.
I didn't know her.
You didn't know her.
When we broke up, I didn't know her.
I believe you. I believe you didn't know her. I believe that. Anyway.
So how would somebody be waiting if?
Because somebody might have knew you. That's flat. You should be flattered.
No, I'm actually creeped out now. I'm a little concerned. Somebody,
Okay.
how is that make sense?
Anyway. Back to the situation, the question at hand. Okay, so you thought that we were. So you feel like LA kind of changed the narrative a little bit, but
Yeah,
okay.
a little bit.
CJ, when we met, I was honest. I said, "These are my goals. This is my
You
plan."
did?
And the part of the plan was for you to move to LA.
That's true. I ain't
So
knocking. I'm not saying that's false. I'm not saying that, but that played a part in it.
you really think so?
100%.
So my friend, never mind.
Go ahead.
So my friend telling me that you hooked up with her cousin. She didn't know the timeline per se, but she knew it was like as we were seeing each other. You don't think that kinda, I was like, played a part in it a little bit? Do you remember that?
We had that conversation. I know that.
Okay, so here, can you be honest? When did that happen? Were we together or were we
It
not
was
together?
not around us, though. I'll tell you that.
So you telling me that this didn't happen when we was together? Why? Okay. Why can't you? Okay, we are not. I can't beat your ass. Like I can't do.
I'm just saying.
Just, okay, so for real, like
it wasn't. I'm
wasn't.
telling you, your friend was a horrible resource. It
wasn't a horrible
that was
resource.
terrible intel. I think you should have did some more due diligence on your investigation before.
Well, when I went in, when I see, okay, so here's the other thing. You know, I'm not the type of, I'm not a helicopter girlfriend.
That's kind of why I respected how we had it, because it wasn't like that. But at the same time, we did a lot together.
Yeah,
but you didn't need to have to, because we were probably doing something at the same time anyway. But
right,
that's here nor there. But yeah.
Okay, so you know that I'm not like, oh my God, where is this person? I don't need to check in all the time. Like if we have a conversation about whatever we got plans to do, or whether it be together or separate, it's cool. And I felt like the moment that I felt like I needed to go through your phone, that was a problem for me. Because I've never gone through anybody's phone. And I remember seeing something, I think you sent her a message like on Facebook or something. And you was like, why did you tell your cousin that we slept together? Yeah, but it was never.
If she wouldn't go, if she was gonna say something about it, she should at least gave her the whole story though. That's all I was mad about. Really, it was like, if it was gonna come out, don't come out in the context it came out and not get clarified.
And I felt like that statement. I felt like at first you kind of tried to deny it. But then seeing that message, you tried to deny it, but then seeing that message, the message really didn't have any extra context. It was still very vague. It was like, why? It didn't say, why did you lie? Or when you told your cousin, why didn't you give the timeline? Right. Like it was very, and I was just like, oh, Right. And that's kind of when I was like, all right, let me dial it back a little bit. And I remember when Victoria told me, I was just like,
you dropping name statements.
It's fine. I was like, hey, I'm moving to LA. So I kind of been feeling weird anyway. And it wasn't like, oh, I think I want to break up with this person or whatever. I didn't know if it was just, like me.
Bro, you knew that was coming as soon as you dropped that LA.
No, I don't think that's necessarily true. I have a couple friends that like were in relationships and things like worked out and their partners moved here. But I was just like, he can't really be honest about what just happened. So what else? And then now it starts trickling down like different things. So I was just like, yeah. And I feel like, I don't know if I was necessarily bored, but that did something to me. That made me not want to try as hard, maybe, if I could say that. But yeah, we did try for a little bit. You came
out there for a minute.
Yeah. So What was that like for you? Like being in this new city?
That's what made me want to. That's why I knew it wasn't gonna work.
Why? Why?
That's when I
Did you get
knew.
to why?
It wasn't. It wasn't. I mean, I was pissed that you decided to like go to LA while when I went to SEMO for that last. I was there for not even a year left of graduation. He was like, "I'm gonna go get ready. You know, prepare. I graduated before you. I'm gonna go to LA, set up shop. Whoop whoop whoop."
You remember when you didn't come to my graduation because you went out partying the night before?
Hey man, look, is this what we talking about?
That's another thing that I knew. I was like, this nigga.
Yeah, that was my fault. I ain't gonna lie. I did. I
Yeah, we know.
I dropped that ball.
Yeah, and I was just like, this nigga ain't fucking with me like that.
It wasn't even that.
That's how I felt. And then having to explain that to people, I'm like, God damn.
Yeah,
like,
I know. That shit would have sucked. I mean, I don't blame you for that. I would have been mad. I would have been heated.
Yeah.
There wasn't no excuse for that one. I just thought I could get up early enough to drive back from Cape. My bad.
But but that's the thing is that I knew the reality of the situation, and I just was like, okay.
Well, you should have said that.
That I was gonna break up with you because of that?
No, you should have said bring your ass to St. Louis early or the night after you get
I
off the
told
track
you
meet.
to.
I
told you no, it wasn't you. You also went out. I told you to. I said this is a terrible idea. You're not gonna make it. You're gonna be late because
I remember that.
I know you.
Yeah.
So you kind of set the precedent. You kind of set the stage for the breakup.
Yeah.
What? Okay. So what did I do?
Huh?
What did I do? Are you froze? You're not froze. You
Yeah,
I see you breathing.
Yeah, I think I ran out of drink before I look. Hold up. So I set the stage.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. What did I do?
You don't remember being in the car and some dude text you and you was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Wait a minute, who texted you?"
Who texted me?
Some nigga.
What are you even talking about? No, seriously. No,
before
seriously.
SEMO.
Who texted me?
I don't know the niggas' names, but you came up with some shit and then you finally just gave me your phone and was like, okay.
But for me to be able to be comfortable, like confident in giving you my phone.
Oh, you shouldn't have been confident. God damn it.
No, I know if I was confident enough to give you my phone.
No, I had to force it.
No, because I think that's crazy that people have to go through people's phones. And
I don't do that. I mean, like you said, that wasn't.
Nigga, you hacked into my Facebook.
Mm-mm.
You had, yes, you did, and it was just hold up. Yes, you did. You hacked. You
might have left your Facebook.
No. I was at school. I was at Webster. I was in the lounge. You hacked into my Facebook. You tried to get mad at messages that were there before we had even met. You got
mad.
Yes.
Come on. I had a legit reason.
No,
don't
you didn't.
Act like you didn't have me with your ex-boyfriend working with your fucking uncle together on go-kart.
No, this had nothing. Whoa, okay, so that had nothing to do with the messages you was going off on me. That person didn't have Facebook. Because you remember at one point, Facebook was just for people in college. That nigga definitely did not go to college.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It was warranted.
No, it wasn't.
It definitely was.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, why did I have to give you my phone? That's why I'm really trying to understand. Like,
because you got a message, but you kind of tried to hide the phone, like not let me see the message. Because he said some shit. I can't remember what it was, but I was like, you tried to play it off like it was nothing there or something. And then I was like, nah, let me see. Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea. So I'm not even going to use that as an example because I can't really recall the exact. You know,
exactly. I was wholesome.
Okay. I'm not saying you weren't. I'm just saying the messages, something was there, but I didn't say you did something, so I don't know.
Okay.
It was too vague, as you would say.
I'm really trying to sit here and think about what you're talking about, and I have no idea.
Yeah. I don't think I could archive those messages, so that's just a done deal, done data. But
yeah, but you did hack into my Facebook. You had somebody hack into my Facebook,
bro. I've never.
And then yes, you did. Yes, you did because it kept locking me out, And then I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then it was your ass. You know
How could I
that.
hack your Facebook?
You didn't do it. You had one of your friends do it. And he was
No,
trying
I
to get into
didn't.
my message. This is how we
Do
had
you
the
know the
whole
type of
argument.
niggas I hang out with? None of these
Nigga,
niggas
that's
smart
what
enough to hack your shit.
I didn't say he was black. I don't know what type of person this was, but nigga, you went off on me on some messages that Van and I had from like years ago, and I was just like, what are you even talking about?
Who? Van.
Exactly. And then you was like, and then it was like somebody else. I'm like, what are you even talking about? But all these messages were old. Like,
okay, well, if I don't even
old.
remember that, that's not something I even cared about to even.
You cared about it in that moment. You cared enough because your ass was probably down there doing some crazy shit, and you thought that maybe that meant that I was doing some crazy shit.
I really wasn't down there doing crazy shit. I mean, shit, we grown now. Somebody follow you from CMO, they'll tell you like, I didn't mess with somebody until like after maybe that third time when that was the second time I flew. I don't know if I was flying out there every other month or something like that.
Damn. So we hadn't even broke up yet, and your ass.
No, I think it was before that last time I flew back home, and I was like, I probably ain't gonna be back out here.
Wow.
I think the last one was when I had to. Simo said come back because I had to get my degree, come back and get. They had to go sign something at the office, and I was like, shit. But that last little trip, I knew it was gonna be the last one for sure.
So you did cheat on me. You did meet somebody and was entertaining them.
No, I didn't. Somebody out. I mean, I met somebody. I knew somebody already, but
out here.
No.
Okay.
No. Mm-hmm. I ain't known too many people out there except my cousin.
Yeah. So.
But that last one, I was like, yeah. And then when I called you and you was like, it's a bitch, you like, no, I really didn't know how to like. I think it was more so. I
had to add dramatics
more so because of my boo. What's her name? White girl used to work with us. Got me hired at what you call it.
Okay.
Now I worked at two
here's
places.
The other weird thing that happened.
Baker's and then Nordstrom.
Okay.
She put me on.
So so first of all, if you don't recall, I got you a job out here.
You did.
At
out there?
Nordstrom.
No.
Yes, I did. Because it wasn't on the sales floor.
You right.
You would have worked Monday through Friday.
You right.
Minimum, like it was starting out at that time. I think it was like 15.
I remember
maybe
that.
And it was a little more than that. Like and then you was like, I don't want to do that. And then you turned around and went to St. Louis and worked. And I was just like, I'm so done with this nigga. Like, there's always an excuse. There's always something.
I went to LA with a mindset of not knowing what it was I was trying to do. That's what kind of fucked it all up because.
But why didn't you say that?
I did.
You did not say that. Your response to that was like, I'm not going to work there. And then at one point you was just like, you could have been doing this in St. Louis. You was like slighting me. And I was just like, why the fuck would I do this there when I'm making like double
St. Louis
here?
was good money though.
I'm not knocking that. I'm not saying that, but that's not where I wanted to be. I also, again, very transparent when we first met and told you what I wanted to do, like where I wanted to go.
Right.
So that sounds like a you problem.
It was. I'm not blaming nobody. I'm not putting no blame. I'm just stating the facts.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, I just knew after LA, I knew it was gonna be some disruptions or something like that. Because of what is her name? Leslie? Was it Lindsay? Lindsay. That helped a lot. Or that contributed a lot.
To what?
Some of the stuff that happened with us.
Yeah, because
you helped too. Like let's not act like you ain't do no shit.
No, because you're light skinned and insecure.
Don't get me started. I still got smoke with that nigga forever.
Why? Nothing ever happened between us.
Doesn't matter. The fact that
we were
he
like
controlled your thoughts, emotions.
He did not control my thoughts and emotions. No, he
we had a whole road trip. We were supposed to drive your ass to Chicago to do some modeling shit. and you wanted to go out with your little friends to catch up with Mario tonight.
No, I didn't.
Like, bro,
no, okay.
Rosemary,
nope. Rosemary told me what was happening. Like listen, nobody wanted to go to the concert with me, so I was just like, fine, fuck it, I'll just work. And then he was doing a private concert.
Mind you, we had just had conversations with Whitney and some other people in the Central West End about having sex with R. Kelly or somebody. One of these.
Whoa, you telling
Kelly,
too much. That's not my business, but you telling somebody else's business. And
not her. It was a group of people.
I'm like, pump your brakes.
No, I'm saying we were talking
that
about
was
artists.
a very clear sentence.
Let me retract that. Not necessarily her, but we was with her, and there was a group of us. And the conversation was about artists or having sex with certain artists. And then you talking about we finna go to Mario at 11 o'clock night before we go on a trip.
Yeah.
I said,
but you know what? You know who made it to pick up everybody in time that next day? Me.
I don't give a damn. I'm talking about that night.
I don't care. I still made it. I got a free concert. That was it. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to see him perform, and that was it. And I wasn't even on like no groupie type shit. I was like, this nigga is a real artist. He's fucking dope. And that's it. I never slept with that guy. I never.
You definitely wanted to. Yeah.
I mean, there are people. No. I'm not saying that I never wanted to. Like people, lust after people sometimes, but I just never. If the opportunity presented itself, no. If the opportunity, no. If the opportunity presented itself, I still wouldn't do it.
The fucking lies you tell.
No, I wouldn't. And the opportunity might have presented itself, and I didn't do it.
It might have.
No, I didn't.
Dominique, we're grown now.
I'm telling you the truth.
You need to drink some more of your whiskey sour. Let me get some more of mine.
I never slept with that guy.
I call cap.net.
It's no cap. I have no reason to lie about that.
A-P. Because you capping.
No, I'm not capping. I'm telling you the truth.
Mario was like, drop them jaws right now. You gonna be like, where you want them? I know it.
No.
But all right, so what about when? I ain't even gonna go into that until you bring it up.
Okay, what about when?
Nothing.
No, we're here. We can be out. We're grown.
Some things are better left unsaid.
Okay, so let's talk about it. No, what about when? What?
Your little trip when I was at Nordstrom and you was in LA and you took a little trip with a few friends or a friend.
No, when I went to Vegas, and this is the one that actually took everything over. You talking about when I went to Vegas with my homegirl and my homeboy from St. Louis was there. My homeboy that actually looked out for me when I got roofied that night.
Hey, bro.
And so
I know this.
Nothing happened.
St. Louis niggas, but ain't no nigga from St. Louis a homeboy.
Yes, they are. Like they're everybody. So because you're attracted to me, like were attracted to me. I don't think you are anymore, but. So you have to look at things like this. I don't think that every man is attracted to me. You might see me a certain way. 6 other niggas might not see me that way. I might be attracted to you. 6 other bitches might not be attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get me? So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, everybody don't like me. And that's literally, I've known him for forever. Like, I wasn't interested in him like that at all. So, like I said, once I knew when you came at me crazy, I was just like, what are you even talking about? And I feel like low-key by that time I even went to Vegas. We wasn't even together.
Probably not.
Nigga, what?
Probably not. Yeah, because you might be right.
No, I know I'm right because we were not. But
that shit was fresh though, so fresh enough for somebody else to be there already. Like, hell no.
Okay, so listen. Okay.
It was interesting.
So look. So clearly, I've done things that have made you jealous. Like you thought. I don't know why you was even worried about Mario. Like, so you never cheated on me. That's too long of a.
How long we were together? 5 years.
So, okay. So yes, you have. How many times?
SEMO, the end.
So you, nigga, we wasn't. By the time you graduated, SEMO, for real, we weren't even together. Like
I know that's the only one. That's what I would consider.
So you did cheat on me. We was together. We was together when you went to SEMO, and you came back out there and you got in my bed because you graduated. It was like weird how you even graduated. I think you graduated like in the fall or winter. Like, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Your ass cheated on me. I never cheated on you. Yeah, that's fucked up.
I did one time. That SEMO. That was my last. I knew, but you know what it was though.
And that's the wait. Whoa! Is this the bitch that hit me up? About no, it was some bitch that hit me up. She had gave you some money for something.
What?
And I was just like, I don't know what you're even talking about. Like, it was some girl, she said she like slept with you, something about some book or something weird. And I was just like, I have no idea, but I've been over this nigga, so that's not my problem. Yeah. It would be bitches hitting me up, and I was just like,
I figured it was gonna be that happening anyway. We had that talk from the jump. Nigga, it was gonna be some shit with. Nah, I don't remember no book behind bitches, but I do remember when I did. I ain't gonna say no name, but it was so fucking. I don't know what it was. She came to me at a random party. Was like, "Yo, I know you got a girlfriend. My boyfriend on the football team. I see y'all posts and all that. I'm not trying to get in the way of none of that." And I told her to stop. I told her quick because she was too close, and a lot of niggas at the party already knew. Like, she dated a nigga on the football team and was in a relationship. So her friends was trying to get her to like, "Come on, man, you getting too close, talking too long." But she told me that, and then she ended up jumping in my fucking Facebook messages. Was like, I was for real about that. And I'm like, "What are you for real about?" She said, "I don't want nothing from you. I don't want to take your relationship." And I blew off a couple times, but that was the one time person that I ended up.
See?
But it wasn't until after I figured, all right, we going down.
So you made assumptions that we was gonna break up. So you was like, "I'm gonna fuck this bitch."
I knew we was gonna break up. I was like, I'm flying back.
But you said that we were gonna be together forever.
Who did?
You thought that?
I said before you went to California, nigga. Nigga made videos. Goddamn.
She made you videos?
I'm saying I made us videos, all kind of dumb shit. I was.
I don't know why. I knew, nigga, we wasn't gonna work out.
Damn.
Nah. It's a different air, man. I knew my worth.
A different air?
A different air out here, man. I knew my playing field.
Oh yeah. When it got to that part, yeah, I'm already
I just knew. I was like, I gotta leave this little nigga behind. This nigga's out here trying to pay bills.
Yeah. That was not that soon. Probably it might have been that early, but yeah. I mean, shit. LA was just nah. When I got out there, I wasn't doing nothing but going out with my cousin. We were supposed to be out there like, all right, let's go on these to get jobs, get a new job, just graduated. Nah, we was outside. Nigga didn't have a car. This nigga was picking me up. I was like, it's just fun. We was just having fun. I was having fun. I was like, this place is nothing but fun. This is not a relationship city. No, I saw it. I didn't even mess with no girls out there that whole time I was out there, but I just knew.
No, I mean, LA, it can be. It's a certain point that you get to. So you have to also think, like, we were so young. Like,
right.
Nigga, like, I did not see marriage on my radar and having a kid, or like even now, like,
I thought
I'm 35.
I thought kids was gonna nah, that shit kind of it all just left when you said I'm going to LA. But it wasn't the fact that you went to LA, it's how you went, because you obviously had your reasons. But when you just, it's like, all right, you went to SEMO an hour and a half away from Illinois, and then you like, all right, I'm mad, but you like, I'm finna go across the country. I'm like, dang.
But it's not, I wasn't mad about you going to SEMO. Like, I wanted what was best for you. Like, seriously, like, even to
you can still want what's best and not be too pleased about the choice.
No, it was fine. It was just like, I felt like, okay, I need to be transparent.
Yes.
I felt like you probably were not as focused as you should have been, especially when it came to your athleticism. I felt like you had just only reached the tip of the iceberg. And
Oh,
it was
facts.
so much more that you had to give. And I felt like you were not walking in that. And I feel like, I don't know if it was some fear or something. And then it would be little things. Like I remember one time, like Kim was filling out like a transfer application for you to go to Mizzou. And I was just like, why the fuck is Kim filling that out for you? And Kim is his aunt. Shout out to Kim.
Kim, love her. Shout out
And
to her, my rock, my shining armor, my angel from heaven.
yes.
Her.
And I was like, well, you was like, because you want to. I was like, well, Kim is done with school. Like, so those, it was
because
like
I come from a different.
I get it, but for me, so you got to think of like, I'm thinking like long term. Like, am I gonna have to fill out this nigga's like doctor forms? Like, so I'm thinking about stuff. So it's like slowly like messing with me. And so I was like,
that's your fault for not being transparent.
No, I said something to you about that.
No, you didn't.
And I felt, yes, I did. I was like, Kim is not going to school. She's not the one that's trying to transfer. You should be filling this out. And so I felt like, I was like, okay, TJ will make somebody happy one day. I'm not sure if it's necessarily me. And that was the reality at that time. And and look what happened. You're making somebody happy.
Yeah, everything happened for a reason.
Yeah, but, everything.
But no, she went to college. She's the only person in my family that had a fucking.
No, and I understand. So it's one thing for you to do it and to ask her questions like, I'm not sure about this or that, but it was something else that I was like, yeah.
I mean, when it came down to it, if it was gonna have to be financially anything, like that, I'm not gonna have to fall on her shoulders. So I made sure she had all the paperwork at her disposal before I made my decision. You can't go to school and be like, well, I'm here for a semester and I'm back home because I ain't getting the Pell Grant ain't enough. That
Lord, no, I know, and I know, and I understand that, but it was just like that was weird to me, and I guess because like I get it, but like I filled out all my applications for college, and if it was something I wasn't sure about, I asked my mom. And even the FAFSA, like it's the same thing. And I was just like, step up, like we're grown now, like we're 18, like at some point we gotta move, like be able to move on our own. So I guess it was just a certain level of independence that I might have wanted you to have a little more, and maybe that's just also because of my upbringing. So I don't, and that happens.
Yeah.
With a lot of people in relationships because we are brought up differently. So I mean, you were a little. It's okay. It happens.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's what it was. That's how That's how it shook. That's the way the cookie crumbled. As my girl.
Yeah, and it crumbled.
It crumbled like a motherfucker, huh?
It sure did crumble, and I'm okay with it.
Crumble for sure.
Did you? Okay, so look, after we broke up, like, did you think that we was gonna get back together? This was just like temporary, or did you feel like it was permanent?
I thought it was gonna be a slightly temporary, but then at the same time, I thought, how I always I don't think we ever took a break, and I think it was clear we said multiple times, like I ain't doing no breaks. If we ever break,
no, that was you that said that you didn't want to do breaks because I feel like I tried to do break several times, and you was like, no.
I didn't want to fall back on my word and go back and do what I said I wouldn't do. So I think that kind of kept me from like, all right, let's try to, figure out if it's a way to, still make this shit happen. But I think pride took over that part. So I said, no, I can't. I made a choice. I said with my piece, and I got to stick to what it was. I mean, we cool, but at that point, you in LA. So I figured, hell no, anyway, no. I was already getting pissed about Mario, let alone no.
This person, like, you, okay, that's fine.
So I was like, no. But the beauty of it is, it was.
What was the beauty of it?
the beauty of it is that it wasn't a bad breakup. It was just like it was I mean it was I mean I won't say not bad, but it was no.
Cause nigga, we really didn't break up for real after that. Your ass was coming out here for a minute, and we were still fucking around low key.
Come on,
Sex was
man.
good. You
Come
had my
on.
mind.
Here we go. Look,
No, no. I mean, okay. So let's not
I don't
like
know nothing
seriously. Like
about
you.
that.
Okay.
Hey
Okay.
man, come on, man. You point fingers in the courtroom. God damn.
Hey, I'm just saying. Just saying. Okay. So tell people. Okay. Granted, yes, this was a long time ago, but like, what was it like dating me? Like, I feel like people always ask that question. People want to know what it's like dating me, and since you have dated me, I can only tell people the personality that I have, so that it really doesn't give people insight. But what is it like? Like dating me, or what was it like?
I was gonna say I don't know what's like dating you now, but nah, like I feel like the cool thing about dating you was that even though you you was probably the second girlfriend outside of Daisha, if that even counts. Um that I had that like I
At
was
least I didn't
18.
try to trap you and throw a baby on you like she did, but I digress.
You right. But we could kick it. That was the thing that I really thought was cool because I was nigga when we started dating, you was doing modeling and I was just fresh. I think you 7 months older than me. And it was like I was just now getting into 21 and up types of shit. And we
Yeah,
made
you
that.
lied to me about your age.
I did. You told me yours. I'm like, fuck. No, I think it was what's his name? Vernon. I don't know one of y'all, but anyway, I was like, shit. We had that conversation, like, you model, I'm 21, little yellow nigga outside. Everybody, it's gonna be some shit. People gonna try to approach us, and we both had the understanding. And so we would go out and we had fun. Though it was never no. I don't know. I think it was just different. It was cool because you could go out with me and my partners. We would be deep as hell, and I'd be the only nigga with my girlfriend with me. So I thought that was one of the cool things. And
I'm
I
the
talk
only
about
young lady, still the realest nigga in the room.
what?
That's Beyonce.
Ah,
I'm the only lady, but I'm still the realest nigga in the room.
anyway, but no, that was cool. So you was able to, kick it with now that Dirk got a different perspective on, my girl ain't my homie. So I don't know how that even but no, yeah, you and Justin got on my nerve a lot. So that was kind of irky, but for the most part, yeah, you could kick it with my homies and we could all go out together. And that's something that I think is something that people need to appreciate if they can do that, because everybody is not able to do that in a relationship. So that was cool. Yeah, ass a freak. So if niggas didn't know, y'all better holler at her.
Oh, whoa. Who says that I am on the market?
Okay, well, nigga, your boyfriend, husband, fiance, know then shit. He watch it, he might. He ain't,
Oh,
what else? I mean, we was young, so it's kind of hard to the shit that I would be really concerned about or really, really think was important now is not something that I was really paying attention to then. So it might not, it's a lot that I don't know still that I just can't speak on.
okay, that's real. See, y'all. I be cool. I'm an experience, as you know, as y'all can see. I'm a vibe. It's a whole thing.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you think that like let's say like what do you wish that like kind of went different? Like maybe like outside of the whole breakup thing. Do you think that it was like you should have been more trusting because I wasn't cheating.
Um,
Because I feel like sometimes I feel like people look at a person or we have certain like prejudgments about things or how we should navigate situations. And I felt like even when we first dated, I think that was something that we had to get over. Like there were things that Kevin told you that you was like, no, I'm not, no, you can't do this or you can't do that because Kevin said, and I'm like, nigga, Kevin out here getting his dick sucked. What do you mean? Like,
um, no. What do I wish went different?
mm-hmm.
Um, outside of the breakup, I don't know. We did a lot. I went on my first international. Well, I guess the Bahamas. I didn't need a passport back then. They didn't require that. But we went to the Bahamas, did the cruise. Um,
Yeah.
Wisconsin, we did. Like we traveled, we did. Like 18, we did some shit for young 20, whatever the fuck, however old we were. So that was I can't pinpoint it. That I wish went
Different. And that's okay. If nothing, if you don't have to wish anything, that is great.
I think like I think, I mean, honestly, I feel like everything happened for a reason. Like, if it didn't happen, then it would have happened while we damn near engaged in LA or some random crazy shit. I just feel like LA would have been a tragedy. So I don't
That's so
know.
funny.
It
I think there's a huge like I think people misjudge LA because
no,
then
they don't.
no.
Trust me.
Let me explain why. And I tell people all the time that I have been so lucky and to experience LA the way that I have. And you know, there's this huge preconceived notion that people in LA are fake. That's not true.
I've learned that
People,
that's not true. Yeah, I mean, I
yeah,
don't
it's
believe
a
that.
lot of the transplants that move here, and they don't know who they are, and so they're adapting this persona that they believe will help them like advance or get further or whatever the case may be, because you have that aspect of like going out in Hollywood and hitting on like the hot spots, which I have done, and then going
Yeah.
to like a local bar immediately. Like I've had a job when I first moved to LA, you know, being able to just transfer a job, making
Mm-hmm.
friends, like it's never a problem for me to, you know, speak and talk to people. So I didn't have a hard time making like friends with people, and all my friends were LA natives. Like it was such a dope experience. And
Yeah, I don't think they all
yeah,
fake. No,
and
I mean,
so and so that's what I'm
you're
saying. Like
still
there's this,
immersed in that environment
but
and in that culture.
yeah, but when you see
Everybody.
like the nightlife and that's what you see, and you're seeing like certain things that you see on TV, parts of it is like that. But then there are a lot of the majority of it, they're not. Like my friends that grew up here, they don't really be fucking with Hollywood like that. They don't do a lot of the stuff that
Right.
touristy people or people that come here to kick it like I told you, fucking Super Bowl weekend. I said I'm not crossing the 110 and the 10 where they meet. I'm not. I'm not interested in the traffic. I'm not interested in the lines to get into a club or anything. And I just wasn't. And that's how I spent my birthday, like on this side of town where it's just cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, I believe that. I mean, I'm not saying that the whole LA is like that, but when you still in that around it, I mean, you kind of
Yeah.
found out and figured it out how to move around and stay out the way when you want to, or I would have just happened to have to figure that shit out, like as you did, as anybody else would through
Yeah.
experience. But
Because when I pop out, I pop out.
shut your ass up.
Okay, so random question. What have you told your significant other about me?
In regards to what?
Just anything, like you know how people kind of spill like, oh, this is how my last relationship was or whatever.
I will say I told her how we kicked it, how we went out, because we got a different taste in not social scene. Sorry, um, we got different crowds that we like to kick it in. Now we do kick it amongst the same crowd, but my type of crowd and my hours of operation don't coincide, so we don't do as much together like that. And I say, yeah, we used to Me and Dominique, we go out all the time. Like, I ain't never had no issue. We kicked it. Like, really, we'd be on the east side. We'd been in strip clubs.
Y'all, why one time we went to the east side? Why we get pulled over?
Got up
That
out that
cop car
damn
swooped down on us so fast, and this fool, not knowing his rights,
dummy.
shout out to me.
Shout out
But
to
no,
me for passing.
no, I was just like, he can't check your glove compartment.
I would have been a fool.
Yeah, but your dumb ass still opened it. And it was alcohol in there, and it was open.
Idiot.
I'm like, nigga,
He
this
gave me
is
that.
the.
He gave me a sobriety test. Though I passed it.
And I was just like, we was leaving the club. Like,
Literally.
why you pull off so fast? And it was just like, what? I'm like, it be the black cops, man. It be the black cops sometimes. A lot of the times, man.
Yeah, that was stupid. You know what? I've passed every sobriety. Check.
You had more than one sobriety test. I see.
Every time passed. I fell asleep, fucked up in McDonald's line. They pulled up on me 3 cars deep. Get out the car. I was faded. Passed it.
Yeah, see, you were a little also too reckless for my taste.
Oh yeah,
so that was another like issue that I had. Too reckless. Like, oh, I call the lines when you kind of veering over. If you fall asleep, wake up lines. I'm like, what, nigga? Do you know how dumb you sound?
Boy,
listen? I don't even know how you had kids. Like, I don't.
Why?
You were irresponsible, nigga. You irresponsible. You were irresponsible.
Yeah, I must say I have one of the most smartest kids I've ever met in my life. Just shout out to Kojo. Anyway, this nigga's a genius.
So there's only one?
This nigga's a genius. He's not gonna do that.
Only one?
But yeah, Cole is the smartest.
Okay, so we're not gonna unpack that. Okay, cool. Nothing.
Yeah, under the grounds that it might incriminate me, that we.
There's nothing to incriminate you.
Come on,
nothing
baby.
to incriminate you.
Well, yeah.
Were you guys on a break?
We ain't gonna go there. This ain't that.
No? Okay. No break? All right. No club? You meet nobody? Didn't fall in love in the club? Okay, let me stop.
That girl drinking too much whiskey. Put the cup down.
This is your life. This isn't mine.
You right.
So, no, 2? Okay. Drink if you have kids.
What?
Take a drink if you have a kid.
Take a drink if you shut your ass up.
Take a drink if you have a kid. I said a kid. I said a kid.
Dominique about to get clicked. Kevin.
Okay. No. Okay. You just said it.
I was talking to Kevin on there. I was talking to somebody.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying.
Anyway.
So you can drink because you have a kid. You have a kid.
I'm out of drink. My cup is empty. It's gone. I don't have any more. Okay. I gotta go refill. I can't drink that cup until I get some more.
Okay, so since we are no longer together, how do you feel like you have grown and since our relationship?
Oh man, I've grown in every aspect.
Explain.
From the physical to the mental, everything.
Yeah, you got fat. I'm just.
I eat good, baby.
No, I'm just messing with you. That was mean. I take it back. Okay, so yes. What has changed? Because shit, I've been in LA like 12 years. So how do you think that you've changed in that time frame? Because we probably haven't really messed around or anything. Like, it's been hellas.
Right. I mean, shit.
And how do you feel like your goals have changed? Like, maybe from not knowing what you wanted to do when we were together to now. Like, what are some of the things that you're into? Like, what are things that you're proud of?
Shit. I mean,
you travel a lot, right?
Yeah, I've always been into travel, so shit. That definitely came into my life in beautiful ways. And then
shout out to Mickey, because Mickey was featured in Travel Awards. She's one of the top Black travel agents. She's
doing her fucking thing, man. Going hard. But yeah, that definitely helped me shape my the way I'm moving as far as investing through travel business, through real estate, through stocks, through.
Okay, look at you. See,
Yeah.
I told you it's gonna be something great, just not for me.
I mean, eventually it was good. I mean, greatness is bound to happen. It's in everybody. It just, I mean, she definitely, she pissed me off. I had moments like I had with you where we would get into, well, we ain't really get into it like that, but we got into it off of like just goals and shit like that. Like how, family, how structure, how we raise, how it's so different. Cause she, she a Catholic school girl. I'm a public school guy, and we got different family, values, if you want to say so. And when it came to like goals, that was, she driven by, following legacy of the family full of very, very educated, very successful people, man.
That's dope.
I got my people. We just, we making it, you know what I mean? So
and you definitely gonna throw a bomb ass party.
They're gonna do that for sure. So, when you coming from, graduating and then you making your first 50-some thousand, she like, nigga, that ain't shit. I'm like, nigga, I make more than my family, everybody. What you talking about?
But then, okay, so then those are conversations that you have. It's like, okay, so like you said, our upbringings are different. This is a milestone for me. So let me like bask in this. Let me have it.
I'm like, what you mean to say? So we got,
baby, I'm trying to have my Q4.
That shit, boy. What?
How? Yeah, no, and that's those are things that kind of, when you are dating people and you are dating different personalities, and if you're coming from somebody that might have a trust fund, or like, hey, like this is the reality, like this is my life, and that I'm not making an excuse, but like these little things, like this makes me happy. I have to
what?
Yeah, Kim Car fucking Dashian. It's some motherfuckers out there that really had to get their ass up and work and not lay down and get fucked, bitch.
Come on, man.
How dare you? That was so insulting.
I think it was more of an insult than like, I mean, the reality of it is like, you right, but nigga.
Yeah, like I when I told people, I was like, oh yeah, I remember my first like job where I got taxes taken out. I worked at Six Flags. I made $5.25 an hour.
Come on.
Then they made us like pay for the bus fare to get out on the little school bus that they call a shuttle at St. Charles Rock Road. And it was like $40 or $50 a week that they would take out of our check so we can pay for that. Like It was fucked up.
Right. So yeah, that was one thing, but it made you grow because you look at it and from the world perspective or the society perspective, like you right, it's definitely more, a lot more out there. But nigga, hold on, let me pat myself on the back. Don't.
Yeah, let me have it.
Yeah, so that was one thing, but it made me grow, made me start to look at other ways to kind of, all right, what else I need to do it. And she went to start at grad school, and then I was like, shit, I'm gonna go to grad school too. So that's the reason I ended up going to grad school. I ended up finishing before her.
Shit happens.
And no, she's just not a night person. I am, I'm up all night, so I'll just give her my assignment, all my work, let her get her shit done. So, but yeah.
Was you making her do assignments? You remember I did your homework that one time and you got a B+ on your paper?
Yeah, I needed that. Good looking out, because nigga was gonna be over with if I ain't had that.
Y'all, I tell y'all, I am talented beyond compare. I'm jack of all trades. I ain't making that shit up. Like,
yeah.
People be trying to hire me to write, so I said, absolutely not. Like, I had a homeboy out here trying to pay me to do his English. He's Persian and was having a hard time.
Took it, shit.
No, because I was like, I can help you. I was like, I can coach you, but I cannot do your homework.
Help your boy do his work.
No, because how bad he was doing in that class, you can't go from pretty much failing to writing, B+,
right.
A papers. I'm like, no, like I can help you. Like I have no problem being a mentor to you.
They still gotta believe this is you though.
Exactly, because they know they gonna know, and then you're gonna be getting kicked out and then looking at me. I'm like, well, I told you.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was good. So, but no, shit like that just made me start to change, and then to get in 100 Black Men. Get around some niggas. A lot of niggas ain't shit. I'm gonna throw that out there, but it's a lot of them.
Real.
It's a lot of them that, I mean, a few of them that I actually look at as like, all right, real examples of, you know, what it is to be a black man, successful and whatnot in all aspects, not just financially and career wise, but niggas
Yeah.
really doing that. So I mean, I took a little bit, you know, everybody, you take your bits and pieces and make your own mold, and that's
Yeah.
how.
And your partner should be encouraging you. Like you should be inspired by the person that you are dating. Like someone shouldn't be bringing you down. So that's dope that
Yeah,
your partner is able to elevate and
yeah.
help you see the bigger picture and things. But let that nigga bask in his first 50.
Please, cause
Please let that nigga. I'm like, cause you better believe when it clear, I'm like, shit. First endorsement deal, clear. Boom.
she say the
Just
first endorsement deal.
nigga, let me tell you, watch me. This year, I'm going motherfucking hard. I'm gonna have an agent by the end of the year. I'm gonna have a brand deal by the end of the year. These candles gonna clear a
I
lot of
think my
money.
aunt, I don't know if Kim bought some or not. She was talking about that though, your candles.
Oh, she ain't buy nothing.
Yeah.
Aunt Kimmy, they waiting on you.
She definitely mentioned that.
Yeah, I'm like, I like Kim. She pop up and say hi from time to time. Kim's so sweet.
Yeah, that's.
I'm like, but yeah, you know, like pretty much the majority of the men I've even dated out here, they all have been entrepreneurs, so they have influenced me and my entrepreneurial skills on some sort of level. But I
saw one of them episodes that talked about that.
We did. You be watching my show. Look at.
When I heard my name popped up somewhere, I had to go investigate. Man, relax, all right?
Listen, all the episodes are amazing. We have such a great time on here, and it really is. It's a dope conversation. I tell people it's more like you know, we think of interviews and it's like just Q&As, and I want my guests to feel super relaxed and warm and comfortable. I like you were nervous, like I need the talking points. I'm like, well, these will be some of the things I normally don't tell people talking points before a show or anything. I like to surprise people because it's more
surprise.
Because I don't want a calculated, so structured answer. I want people to just have a good time over some drinks. Like the episode when Tahir came on, we were drunk. We were drunk. We was drunk and had a good time, and yeah, and so like I really like what I'm doing and trying to take it to the next level.
Yeah, I think this is dope.
Thank you, friend.
I would like to do.
I wouldn't have called you a friend a couple years ago.
Why?
Nigga, are we friends?
All right, fuck you too.
I'm just messing with you. No, seriously. Like I might not have I'm like, you know, you got weird friends. That one motherfucker that every time I'm in town, he be like, CJ ex-girlfriend. No shit, Sherlock. And I also have a fucking name. Hi, I'm Dominique. What's your name? I didn't even know that nigga name. He did that to me in front of two niggas.
You know that nigga used to be on your. I had kind of a beef with that nigga from back in the day because he was in your Facebook.
He was?
Yeah.
I don't remember none of that.
I didn't know who that nigga was, but I knew it was gonna be on site with him, and then I done beat him.
Well, I don't know nothing about that. See, like look, I didn't, but I can tell you one thing. Like some of your friends, like I'm still cool with people. Like you know, Ryan will pop up here and there.
Yeah, I see Jay White. You be rapping with Jay.
Yeah, Jay. Well, I knew him before though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I knew him through Terrence, and those are like my brothers. I gotta get James back on here. I gotta get Terrence on here. Shout out to Terrence because he's doing his thing in Chicago.
Shout out to Whitney and the baby.
Yes, and I feel like so it's like dope seeing people like level up and do their own things. And I love what I'm seeing happening. Even in St. Louis, I know that there are people like shout out to my homeboy Neil Richardson trying to redevelop and take over and change a lot of things in St. Louis. Jamie went through one for a day. And, you know, like in St. Louis, I always tell people I had to leave because what I ultimately wanted to do there's no market for it there.
Yeah.
I think St. Louis is dope. I think that St. Louis has a lot of potential. And I
I was
see a
gonna
lot of
say,
great
I
things.
wouldn't say dope. It has tons of
No,
potential
St.
though.
Louis is dope.
It has
I
tons of
see the
potential.
change that has happened every time I come. It's something a little like I was just there literally for 48 hours, like in and out, boom, boom. And like and I hadn't been back there. I popped in for like 18 hours in October, and I was there low key for a week in September. And I see what's happening. Now you still got to be careful about how you move.
Yeah,
That's why I'm
niggas
off
still getting
grid, and
shot.
I'm off grid. But when you get to experience St. Louis for the great qualities that it has, it's really a vibe. So, but it's just that we have to figure out how to curate it and make it better for, you got children and education that's happening. A
Right.
lot of the schools, I know they stopped the DSEC program. So it's people trying to really make shit pop there.
But like I told my homeboy yesterday, a couple of days ago, I think it was Saturday. We had a conversation around them lines too. But I think that the only way it's going to get to a level of like, he was like, what is it going to take? I was like, well, shit, you're going to have, because he was like, why is St. Louis not the same? Like socially, it's not the same. You got a lot of shit that's closed down. You don't have, like, even the loop ain't the same. You got bad kids. They like
Because they
start so much
dumbasses
stuff.
put that trolley there. Of course, it's not the same, and the rent too high. Because they closed. I think they closed Panera Bread Company, and they closed. Didn't they close the bank over there?
No, it's still there.
Commerce still there. Shout out to my bank.
Yeah,
That's still
yeah.
my bank.
It's still there, but I'm like, bro, you're gonna need some investing. You're gonna need people from out of St. Louis to invest. You got that NGA government building coming that's gonna bring a lot of jobs. With jobs, you're gonna have people making decent salaries.
Right.
Decent salaries, you're gonna have people that want to invest because they see opportunity. They didn't have the financial means to do it because they came from somewhere else to work here. So that's gonna be a part of it. Like a lot of places, a lot of areas got investors from out of state,
Yeah.
and they see an opportunity. But another problem with that is a lot of these development areas are going to have to be in places and zones where people are getting removed from their homes in order to develop and to get investment in those areas, because that's why that's going to be a big area. That's a big area. That's why like Northside getting.
Yeah, it's gonna happen to the north side first. At first, they tried to do it on the west side. They did it so far because they were even coming. I remember at one point they were coming into like our neighborhood, like on the west side. But I think for the most part, people have to understand the concept of investing and why it's so important not to sell grandma's house. You know what I mean?
Man,
So
I'm
it's like
about to
those
lose
are
all our houses. That's crazy.
in Chesterfield.
Yeah, they going.
Are they finally gonna do it?
Shout out to Mickey, thugging it on that too. Pulling some resources and shit to try to help us out with that situation, because that's
what were they trying to pull the eminent domain thing?
Yeah, they really trying to do a lot of
Shit.
shit. It's a fucked up situation. So but yeah, she put her head.
Are you uncomfortable with talking about it super quick, or
I don't know. I just don't want to say something that I ain't really.
Okay, yeah, it's okay. It's
But
okay. Okay.
I'm just being
Pretty
mindful of
much,
what I say. I can
CJ grew
talk
up in a
about it, but
historical.
yes, a
part
historical
of
black community in St.
Yeah.
Louis. Westland Acres is what it's officially titled now. So shout out to my family. We ain't been around since 1700s. All the land in my family since slavery, passed down generation to generation. Started off in the middle of nowhere, now surrounded by prominent, big, lavish, $1 million homes, subdivisions, and they want to take it. So that's the situation, and we're trying to keep it or develop it and still keep it. And they saying we need that land because it's 180 acres of prime real estate. So fighting that.
Well, y'all gonna pay me 188 acres of prime real estate money,
and that's the problem. They don't want to.
And they don't want to. Yeah.
Because
that's how it always is. They always want to shortchange us, and it's just shitty.
Yeah, it's fucked up. But we got some little heavy hitters now involved. So we see how this shit shake out. But yeah.
But yeah, no, I think that St. Louis does have potential. I think as far as nightlife and stuff, like I think
Man,
that
ain't no way.
I mean,
We
no, no, no,
can't
no, no.
sustain it. We need
It's
more
I
people,
think I think it can. I think
better
that there
promoters.
um
If you had
yeah, I'm
a lot of nitties, you might be able to, because he can put together a nice event. But
I mean Nitty, I mean but Nitty is pretty much Nitty is what we call a certain company like out here. It's like entertainment group called like Made. So they put on all these dope events
yeah,
and they have like different nights, like you want to go to Greystone or the
right,
Highlight Room
right,
and Poppy or different, you know, like so there's different scenes. So he has to expand that. So
right.
he can't just have like
Once a
one.
month, once every couple months.
Yeah, and I also know that things kind of happen with Nitty, but it's just like he has to be able to expand it and have people come in under him to also be able to put on those tasks too. And so I think there are places where that can happen. Like I would love to have like a club or something, but you know, in LA, but I know like I saw what just happened with Rain and those were like my
Mm,
people's people, and I'm like, the fact that you have to have pretty much like a panic room, like in a club, and it shuts down. I was like, that's bizarre, but I get it. It's St. Louis. It needs to happen. But it's like, I think I think that we have to start looking to each other and holding each other accountable. Like, hey, we're not able to have this. We're not able to sustain because Pookie and Ray Ray want to come up because they're angry and they can't get in. Nigga, go leave your guns at home. Leave it in the car. Don't shoot up the parking lot. Take that shit somewhere else. Like, don't be beefing with, you know, like, don't bring that shit. We all just trying to have a good time and go out.
right.
You
I
know, so I
mean,
think I think that's the conversation that also needs to be had. Cause like I remember going out in St. Louis and we were in college and the bullshit that would happen. Like, you know, we crack jokes about the time that we went out
had
with
them guns everywhere.
guns everywhere. Like I remember they were shooting when we were leaving a college party
Man.
and we got separated from burning. I was freaking out, but they were shooting. We got in a random dude's car, and you know, to like be safe. And then we calling Vernon, and then Vernon just walking past the car and it's just like,
Like shit.
I don't give a fuck. Like if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die.
Brandon's
Like
a real
I'm gonna
nigga.
keep it gutter, like whatever. But it's
Fuck with
just
Brandon.
it's something that we have to look at. I think it's start looking at our people, like when we look at our neighborhoods, like who are our councilmen, who are our aldermen. And sometimes I understand that like a lot of lobbying bullshit happens, but it's just like, okay, like the fact that when I go home, I'm like, Mom, you open your door, there's all these vacant houses. Two of them are burnt down. Why are these still here? You know, so I think it's time to start holding other people accountable for their jobs and what they're
Yeah.
supposed to do so we can really like invest and pour back into our neighborhoods. Like I know my mom owns about 3 or 4 houses on our block in
Right.
St. Louis.
Right.
You know, on top of her about to move to another block. So that'll be 5 on one block. And then she'll have, you know what I mean? So it's just like people have to think about so
Dang.
many other things and thinking generationally, like what's gonna happen and pouring back into our neighborhoods. Cause I remember we got trees. We didn't have trees on
Wow.
our block.
Wow.
My step grandmother made sure called that alderman all the time, and they planted trees on our block. I remember the day they
I
planted
mean,
those
that's what
trees.
you're gonna have to do though. Like that's what people got to do. They really got to hold a alderman, like you said, a city councilman accountable for this type of
Yeah,
stuff. But man, I ain't gonna
a lot of
lie.
people are shady. It's a lot of
Man,
people are
come
shady.
on.
Those jobs are underfunded. They
Man,
don't pay
these niggas
anything.
ain't shit. I didn't realize. I done seen in the last 2.5 years how this shit
Yeah,
today.
it's
Man, I can't even talk about a lot of this shit. But yeah,
it's a mess. Like I always get in my homeboy Mikey ass. I was like, so when you running, he was like, no, I'm not. You know, and I get it. That's not everybody's calling. Like, but I'm like, you know enough where you
right.
can mentor and groom somebody into, you know, kind of running for that seat. So, like,
It's
my mom and them still got the same alderman, and I'm like, this nigga don't do shit. We running for
oh,
every other seat downtown, and this shit in our ward.
These niggas.
I would say his name, but it's
Right,
still
I was
fuck that
trying to
nigga.
bite
I was
my
gonna
tongue.
say
Like,
fuck. Never
come on,
mind.
man. What?
Never mind. But that's just really what it is. And you got people. This is just like I ain't even gonna talk shit. Look,
I know.
this was great talking to you, and getting your side of the story and all that stuff, and ending on a positive note. Tell everybody where they can find you, and all that stuff, and how if they need to book a trip with a travel agent, tell them what to do.
I'm on Instagram, Chris_JAYR. Travel, you can follow AMJ Getaways. It is definitely one of the best travel agencies that I, not just because I have a personal interest in it, but that I've ever come across. If you want to hashtag these beaches ain't ready, you can kind of get a glimpse of some of the, the trips that we've done. And then go to the website, amjgetaways.com. Anybody can do it. You can do group trips. You can do your own trips. You can do, weddings, whatever type of trip you want to do. All the services are there. Okay. And then I'm really not on Twitter. I never mess with Twitter since so just follow me on Instagram, Chris_JAYR.
Y'all see how I get blamed for stuff that I don't have nothing to do with? Nothing.
I only got Twitter because you had it. I was like, this shit's stupid.
Why did you get Twitter? Because I had it.
Because you kept laughing at all the shit that.
Because Twitter is amazing. Twitter is still the most amazing
Twitter
form
After Dark or
Twitter is still. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Twitter is still the most amazing social media platform that there is. Fuck all that bullshit that Instagram be doing, shadow banning people.
I mean, I gotta agree, but I hate it because I was never in.
That's fine. You're just not witty enough to understand the knack of Twitter. Just say that.
No, I just think the people that y'all were laughing at were niggas I thought were like lames, and I didn't want to.
That sound like a you problem.
Maybe there was a B problem. I just couldn't. I mean, I thought it was funny when you would share shit. I'm like, so that niggas on the internet could be the funniest, best, cool person in the world, but then him, it's like, yeah, niggas lame.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get it. I want to shout out Fanbase. Fanbase is a Black social media platform.
Really?
That is similar to Twitter. You get photos, videos, you can monetize right away, pretty much. Like right away, you can go and monetize it. It's a certain, like.
It's called Fanbase?
Fanbase. It is created by Isaac Hayes III. And he is doing something great over there. Like if you donate or invest in Fanbase, you get a percentage of like the company. And I think that's really, really dope. And it's we need more people to go over to Fanbase. I'm saying it like it's my company, right. But Fanbase is really dope. Like I'm trying to be more consistent with posting on there as well as TikTok, getting, trying to penetrate all markets.
How long you been on it?
I got on Fanbase maybe like a year or so ago. I found it, I heard about it through a friend, and then I ran into a room that I think Isaac was hosting on Clubhouse when Clubhouse is like popping. So this is clearly still shutdown time. Or it wasn't that it was shut down, it was just like all things were not open. And so it's just a really dope platform. It's Black owned. And I think that we need to start pouring back into our people as well. And
it looks dope.
It's dope. Your algorithm is in chronological order.
Are you familiar with the 10K project?
No. What's that?
It's kind of like the Shark Tank for Black people. Really dope. It's they have a lot of upcoming startup companies, and they do their pitches, and they allow people to invest into it. And it's like a minimum investment of like $100 to do any of the pitches that you see. And they do it every Tuesday night. It's called the 10K Project. It's all Black-owned businesses, startups. And if you find something, you see something you're interested in, then you can just.
That's dope. Okay. And you can just Google it and it'll come up.
The 10K Project, yeah.
Okay.
10K Project.
No, that's really, because I see a lot of people. Like we've made like Telfar jump, Brandon Blackwood jump, Hanifa, like a whole bunch of, because my knack is like fashion. So I'm always looking for what's like the next big thing.
How do you
And
even find that type of stuff? I
you
don't.
know, okay, you really would be surprised. Twitter, a lot of times you'll see a post go viral, and under a post you will see somebody, can y'all just repost this or retweet it, and you can find brands that way. A lot of people will repost their like business under Twitter and get a lot of business. So like I found another handbag company, what is it called? I know it's like bespoke something. Let me pull it up while I'm talking about it. And so it is, dang it. Let me go to my files. I'm
You know,
sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
just downloaded Pinterest for the first time.
Dog, I still don't get Pinterest. And
That
I
shit
mean,
dope. Like
what?
I ain't gonna lie, that shit is hard. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. And I
Because
just
it's,
said that because I see a lot of fashion shit on there that I now I know where some niggas start to get they styles from, because I be seeing the same outfits on Pinterest that I see in the clothes now. I'm like, and then
yeah,
you ask them where they get it. It's like, it's a whole thing, man.
I mean, I get it, but I like to still search like certain hashtags on Instagram, so that for like fashion inspo or something, or I might like we're going to Paris
Ooh,
next month.
you and the boo? Or
No, Janelle and I, like, that's our thing.
oh
Like,
damn.
I'm also trying to get a place there. Like that. I love Paris so much. Like, I've been so much.
How was she?
And she's good. We can talk offline. So, so it's like a group of us going. And I told her, I said, hey, your friends, they prepared to get up early because I'm gonna get a shot. We're gonna get a shot off. And I don't want nobody in my photos.
Wait.
And
didn't one of y'all get like robbed in Paris one year?
no, that was okay. Hold on, that was college. That was college. Don't traumatize me. Then I hated Paris ever since. And then I went back and I was just like, this is like the most amazing place. Like I'll be having a ball because I'll be popping and I'm gonna put a fit on and I'm gonna turn some heads.
There you go.
I'm just saying, Paris is like, I ultimately would love to have like a cute little apartment and be like, I'm sick of you American niggas and I'm going to my place in Paris. They were like, what? I'm like, yeah.
Paris felt so first they said Paris was like super American racist, but it was not the case. They said they didn't like Americans. I thought it was cool, but I really didn't. I mean,
it takes more than one trip. I tell everybody that. I said it takes more than one trip because it's so much like to even do and see, and just even like the food. Like a lot of people like, oh, I don't like their food, and I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know where you went. But like we stumbled into like a random bar like in the area we stayed in Republic, and when I tell you the steak at a bar, Republic. So it looks like Republic, but it's QUE. So it looks like Republic, but it's Republic. And so steak, fire.
Republic.
I hate au gratin potatoes, fire. Ordered another round of the potatoes, like just at a bar. So I'm
yeah, pretty good. Yeah.
And we like just like that first night we got there was just walking around, stumbled upon like a little cafe, fire chicken, like
chicken. Niggas and chicken.
Potatoes, fire. Like so I'm just saying, like I had a good time. It was just dope. It was just dope. I
enjoyed the experience. Yeah, like the architecture, the different, just being different places. That's really, I mean, if I can get away from St. fucking Louis, I'm a happy man.
But did you really get away from St. Louis? Because St. Louis is like a Catholic French town.
I got away for sure. You ain't dealing with these un-Catholic niggas. So
yeah, I mean, but Paris is a Catholic French city. So yeah. I mean,
but it was. No, like we went by the Moulin Rouge and then some of the shopping area. I mean, we didn't do too much because we only was there for like 2.5 days.
Yeah, I want to. We're only going for like 4 or 5, and I'm like, man, I don't know if this is long enough, but I might I told my sister, I was like, I might take an extra day and jet down to like Saint-Tropez.
Man, go to Switzerland.
You remember I was supposed to study abroad in Switzerland because I was going with you. I didn't do it.
Most beautiful place. Oh, damn,
Look,
that's right. Anyway.
Asshole. Anyway, y'all, that's enough. I took off enough of y'all time. So yes, please remember candles are fully stocked. Saint-Angelus.com /candles, and I will be updating my actual site, the Saint-Angelus part, pretty often, whether it be with podcasts, random thoughts. My friends told me to turn into a portfolio. Like I said, Patreon coming soon. And just turning up. And so be sure to like, subscribe, and share the podcast. And shout out to everybody that has been a faithful listener. It's so nice meeting people in public. I met somebody not too long ago at a comedy show. Someone was saying the other day in DIYS comments, oh my God, I love your show. You're so funny. So let's keep building this thing out. Let's get some sponsorship, because this week's episode is not sponsored by Maker's Mark. So I keep telling y'all what I'm drinking until they pay the bitch. So, yeah, thank you guys. And I will see you guys back here next week.
Peace.